Hello everybody, my name is Savannah and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys my biannual Bibliothon TBR for summer 2018. Now, I was not planning on doing the biannual Bibliothon because I forgot about it until I watched Emma's video from Emma Books. And then I was like, oh yeah, I should have known that. And then I remembered that last year I didn't participate in it because I was doing Booktubeathon because they were both on the same week, and I had already decided I was going to do the Booktubeathon, but now that they're on different weeks, I'm going to be doing both of them. Right now I'm just going to be showing you guys all the books I plan on reading during the biannual Bibliothon. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Okay, so the first challenge is to read the group book, and the group book is The Wicked Deep by Shia Earnshaw. Now, I was really nervous when they were going to announce the group book because I didn't know if I would have it or not, and I was really glad I did have it. I was actually going to read this during the Booktubeathon, but since it's the group book, I'll just read it for the biannual Bibliothon then. Okay, so the next challenge is to choose a book from somebody else's TBR. So let's roll the clip. Okay, so right now my phone is on a pile of teetering books. So in case the phone moves a bit, or the camera, just be aware that it is not me holding this camera, phone, whatever, that it is not my fault it moves. I don't have any tripod or whatever at my disposal, so we're just going with it. So right now I'm just going to be going through or watching people's TBRs, and I'm going to pick a book for the biannual Bibliothon, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I'm going to watch Emma from Emma Books TBR for her summer biannual Bibliothon from last summer, and we'll see if I actually have any of the books she mentions.
Hey, what's up? Hello, my name is Emma, and today I'm giving you guys my TBR for the summer teen. Obviously, and I really like TBR is Flame in the Mist by Renee Ahdieh.
Okay, so I don't have Flame in the Mist. I would have read that one though, but I don't have that, so we'll skip to the next book. Oh, Harry Potter. See, I would read Harry Potter. I'm actually rereading the series again this year, or this summer, like I do every year. I'm on the second book. I haven't read it any more than the first book because I haven't felt like it, which is weird because I usually always want to read Harry Potter. Now I don't, so I don't know. This is a maybe. They both die at the end. Another book I don't have. This is difficult. Yep, okay, we're gonna go to Jesse's channel now for the Booktubeathon 2017. We'll see if he has anything that I'm interested in reading.
What up, Critter fan? Today I'm bringing you my Booktubeathon TBR.
Already read that.
I've been meaning to replace in the Grishaverse. I don't get eaten by mosquitoes while reading this outside. Please don't bite me, mosquito.
That's enough for that. Let's watch Haley.
Hey everyone, it's Haley, and today I'm going to be doing my TBR for normally Slate, so I'm currently reading Oedipus and stuff.
I already read that. Okay, so this is getting a little difficult, seeing as I've already read all of these books, or either don't have them. I'm hoping this works out. You know, I'll come back to you guys when I actually have found a video. I found it! I found the video and the book I'm gonna read. Decided to find the people I watch on BookTube, and I went to Sasha's channel, BookUtopia, and I found her May TBR, and I clicked on it, and I found a book I have that I haven't read yet, and that is, well, you can probably see it right there, but I'll get it. I'll get the physical copy. The Trials of Apollo the Burning Maze, and I don't know when I was eventually going to get to read this, so this is actually a pretty good book to read during biannual Bibliothon. Of course, I need to reread the first two because it's been a while since I read them and I need to refresh my memory, so I'll probably read those before this readathon starts, although I don't know when that's gonna be since Doesn't it start in like 2 or 3 days? I'll be able to do it. As you can see, these are the books that stacked up to be my stand for my phone. I know. Well, you know it's better than nothing. As you saw, I chose The Burning Maze from the Trials of Apollo series by Rick Riordan, whatever. And currently I started reading the first book again because I really have no memory and it's not good, so I'm going to be rereading the first and second books before the Biannual Bibliothon starts. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I'll finish them in time. So the third challenge was to try the first chapter of 3 books and then pick one. Let's roll the clip again. So I just read a chapter from the 3 books that I chose, which were The Last Namsara by Kristen Ciccarelli, Crown's Game by Evelyn Skye, and The Glass Spare by Lauren DiStefano. And after putting much thought into it and just evaluating the chapters of each book, I decided that I'm going to read The Glass Spare by Lauren DiStefano for the Biannual Bibliothon Summer 2018. Now, I was debating between this and The Crown's Game, but I decided to go with this because this book kind of just hooked me from the start, and I just wanted to see what would happen. Even though I just still want to see what happens next in the other books, I really want to see what happens next in this book. As you saw, I chose 3 different books, which were The Glass Spare by Lauren DiStefano, The Last Namsara by Kristen Ciccarelli, and The Crown's Game by Evelyn Skye. And I ended up picking The Glass Spare because I ended up picking this because I think it was the first book that I read the first chapter of, and I thought, wow, this is really good, and I kept thinking about it even though I was reading the other chapters, and so that's why I mainly picked this one. It also sounded really interesting, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Before we move on to the next challenge, I just wanted to point something out about this edition that I have of The Crown's Game. I ordered this from Amazon, a new copy, and this is how it came. It has 2 dust jackets of the same cover, which I find is pretty funny and weird. So, has this ever happened to any of you guys before? You've ordered a book and it comes with 2 covers? Let me know down in the comments. Since I have nothing to do with the other cover, I just leave it on there. Okay, so the 4th challenge is to read a book that has been on your TBR for over a year. And for that, I picked Truthwitch by Susan Dennard. If you guys watched Popular Books I Haven't Read Yet Part 2, you know how long this book has just been sitting on my shelf and how I just need to read it. And so that is why I picked this one. For Challenge 5, you have to read a predicted 5-star read, and for that I chose Legendary by Stephanie Garber. I chose this book because I loved Caraval so much, and I flew through it, and I definitely know I will love Legendary just as much because I've heard amazing things about it already. For challenge number 6, you have to read an Own Voices novel. For that, I chose The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Ahdieh, and I wasn't sure if I had any Own Voices novels on my shelf, and I just googled a ton of Own Voices novels to see if I had any, and this popped up on Goodreads, so I'm hoping that this is actually an Own Voices novel, although I'm pretty sure it is. And I've been meaning to read this for a while too. And the last challenge number 7, is to read a book that you bought last. Now, the book that I got last was actually Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie, but I actually just finished reading this yesterday, so I am not going to read this whole thing again for the Biannual Bibliothon. So I thought about it and I was thinking, well, I didn't actually buy this. My parents did because they owed me a book. So then I got to thinking, well, what was the last book I actually bought or that came in the mail? And that was The Burning Maze by Rick Riordan. So it turned out that The Burning Maze is actually not the last book I purchased. So I just got back home from the grocery store with my mother, and there was a big pile of books there, and like I was thinking, well, might as well just glance through and see if there's anything interesting, because I thought they'd just all be adult books that I had no interest in whatsoever. And then I came across a book that I wanted to read, and that was Someday, Someday Maybe by Lauren Graham. And the reason I picked this up was because Lauren Graham wrote it, who is the actress who plays Lorelai in Gilmore Girls, and I read her autobiography and she mentioned this book, so from that point on I've wanted to read it, and I grabbed it, and I guess this is the 7th book I'm going to be reading for the biannual bibliothon. Wish me luck! So those are all the books that I'm planning on reading during the biannual bibliothon this summer in 2018. I will leave all the information down below for you for video challenges, book challenges from their channel. I'll leave their channel down below as well. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!